Today's guest is the acclaimed internal solutionist and founder of My ByProduct, the groundbreaking line of at-home self-care products. My ByProduct harnesses the body's own resources to heal itself, and that recently cracked the Fortune 5,000 list. He received his BA from St. Cloud State and his PhD from St. Cloud State. He currently lives in Toluca Lake, California, with his friends Marty and Sharon Grousbeck, a married couple he has known for 3.5 years. I'd like you all to welcome my dear friend, Calvin Rainier Kirkburch, PhD. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, I came to visit you in your facilities at St. Cloud State, and it really changed my life when you drained the blood from my body, detoxed it, and then funneled it back in. I never was the same since, and I thought, this man needs to be shared with the world, as do his products.
I think that we owe a debt of gratitude to your curiosity when it comes to that, because that isn't a process that most patients are willing to undergo. And of course, we need to send a special thank you to the security guards whom we bribed to make sure that the facility was locked while we completed the procedure.
Worth every penny. Before we dive in, I would like you to join me in a brief 15-second meditation to cleanse and renew.
Please.
Here at Slop, we're all about alternative healing modalities, and My ByProduct is the perfect marriage of Eastern medicine and conventional science.
Can I throw in one other thing?
Please, always.
I would also blend in sheer curiosity.
I am a curious cat if there ever was one, and that is the missing ingredient. You're right.
Meow.
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 I rescued a feral cat once, and he was the best friend I ever had in my childhood.
Because he hadn't been programmed by society.
Please grace our listeners with the origin story of My ByProduct, because it is a fascinating one.
Great question. I was in therapy after a recent breakup with a woman that I'd been dating for 7 years, and the therapist at one day shook me and said, all the answers are inside of you. Yes, yes.
You're like,
yes. And I thought, that's interesting. What if I use that logic within my practice as a medical practitioner? And so I started to experiment with the different ways that we can heal ourselves physically, not just spiritually.
you and I both believe in the intrinsic power of the body to heal itself, and you have created a one-of-a-kind product line that takes the body's own resources.
Let me run you through the first experiment that I ever did with this. A problem that I had was dry skin on my face only. No amount of moisturizers, baths, staying indoors could help it. Let me tell you something that's going to infuriate you.
No, please, I love it.
A lot of those masks that you're buying in the store have somebody else's spit in them.
Oh, that's infuriating to me. How do you know it's not somebody who eats at a fast food chain?
Right. Right. And so I started to ask myself, how can my body's own properties help heal this problem that I had? And I asked myself this question: what's the moistest part of the body? Now, a lot of people will say, well, it's probably inside the anus, or the urethra, or maybe even the bottom of the feet, if you're prone to sweaty feet. But I decided, no, it's actually the mouth. Why? The mouth produces saliva all day long.
Endlessly regenerating.
Yes. Now, what I decided to do to heal my face, which was my first problem, was take a regular paper towel that you can find in a store and to cover it in spit. No matter how much I spit on it, I check back in with my mouth and there's more spit inside. You know, I'm realizing now it will take too long, but you cover the entire paper towel in spit. And then at home, you take your I take my glasses off and I put the paper towel covered in spit all over my face. And I lay back and I let it absorb. And once the paper towel has gone dry, then I know that my spit has regenerated itself. And let me tell you what this gave me that no other store and no other product can give you. Confidence.
This all feels very like fringe and very cool. Oh yeah, and I cannot take my eyes off of this contraption sitting in front of me.
You've noticed my spit colonic.
Ooh.
So this is a contraption that comes in a kit that is able to capture all of your spit. And then slowly over the course of a day, if you produce a lot of spit, or maybe 2 or 3 days, you fill this. Then you attach the tubing, and then you place this inside your own anus. A lot of people try to fast before they do it, but you don't have to. Now this can also be enhanced in a few ways. Now this is my clarifying pond wisdom, and you just add the powder to your own spit. All of this is my own spit plus the powder. This one is also well, this is one of my son's Gatorades. Well, I forgot but it comes with several powders, and you just add that to your own spit, and then you pump it inside yourself.
And the powders, from what I understand, come from a different resource of your body that has been freeze-dried, powdered, and put in a packet. Can you extrapolate on that?
Do you like to travel?
I love to travel.
Well, your feet are the primary way in which you travel. So the kit comes with a pumice stone that allows you to scrape off the dead skin from your foot, and then you repurpose that into a powder.
You know, I've gotten really into body brushing, and I have my housekeeper just sweep the flakes up and store them in this little gold jar that I got on a yoga trip to Bali. And I have found that it's a real game changer to mix that in.
You don't want your enemies to get a hold of your dead skin.
This is all just too exciting. I think we need to take a quick break for a word from one of our sponsors so I can take that out for a little test drive.
Absolutely.
Are you game? Okay.
I'm game. You're game. And you shouldn't worry that it's my spit. It's pH balanced. Your spit will always be better. Normally, I recommend doing this in a shower or a tub.
As a multitasking, overworked, underappreciated single working mom on the go, I forget to eat all too frequently. Sacrificing self-care is a job hazard of parenthood if we're not diligent to put ourselves first. And intermittent fasting can make even the most disciplined of us a little hangry. Which is why I reach for Gina Janae's CBD-infused bone broth when I'm feeling famished. It nourishes your body and takes the edge off your mind, which I know my son Navy Sebastian appreciates when my soul hits its breaking point. Like stewardesses always say, you have to put your own oxygen mask on first. Bone broth is considered by many ancient cultures to be a magic superfood that heals everything from a leaky gut to a broken heart. Like a prenatal vitamin on steroids, it also makes your hair and nails look great. And it doesn't get purer than Gina Janae's. For 72 hours straight, Gina Janae boils the bones of cows humanely raised and slaughtered herself. I think it's fun to look on the back of the biocompostable carton to see the name of the former cow you're drinking. Then, just before bottling, she adds a few cups of CBD oil her life partner Phil juices from his homegrown cannabis on the Russian River homestead. Dope fact. Gina and Phil often catch their cows grazing on the marijuana plants on their property, adding a whole new depth to the broth. Try your first bowl on us. Enter promo code SLOP at checkout and receive 1 free travel-size mason jar for every order over $300. Gina Janae, drink up, 'cause she's got a bone to pick with you.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Run me through the steps to get my byproduct personally made for me.
Okay. I have my patients visit me specifically so that I can determine what it is they need help with the most and how their own body's properties can help them. I have them fly out to either St. Cloud, if I'm not on probation with St. Cloud University, or I have them visit me in Toluca Lake, where I stay with my friends Marty and Sharon Grousbeck, a married couple that I've known for 3.5 years.
Oh, I love Sharon. She is literally the only person.
You know Sharon?
I came to visit you. You were having your own blood drained at the time, so it was a day.
This is incredible. I thought she was out of town when you visited.
She wasn't. She was pushing fudge on me, and I needed those fecal pills after talking to her.
I bet, as we all do. Sharon constipates the best of us.
Oh, worth it.
The world is small.
Dr. Kirkburch, this was a gift.
Please, don't dry your eye. That's a hair tissue. A lot of people experience hair falling out every single day. It's natural. I collect the tissue, I bind it together, and I use it to dry my eyes if I'm crying, if I'm a sensitive guy, or blow my nose.
This was a gift.
What a gift, what a pleasure.
What an honor.
What a rare honor.
I'm gonna save this.
I'm Skipper Parvo, and you just intoxicated your spirit with Slop. If you liked what you heard, please rate, review, subscribe, and share with your friends. See you next week.
Why can't we fertilize our own soil, i.e. our intestines, and make them healthier? What you're looking at are pills that I have made out of my own fecal matter. Yes, I no longer go in the toilet. I go in what's called a large bowl. You can purchase these at a local hardware store. They refer to them as 5-gallon buckets, and hopefully 5 gallons is all you need. Then you let the fecal matter dry, you grind it up, and you place it into these capsules. You put the capsules together, and you put them in an airtight place. I try to keep them cold because that feels better going down.
Awaken your consciousness every week with some Slop. Subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
Skipper.